What's going on, everybody? You are now tuned into another episode of Everyday Heroes, and we got real name Wynton, JB Written, and a potential guest that may hop in on the show. I ain't gonna mention no names yet until he get up on here, right? So, with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the show. Everyday Heroes, Grape Ape Media. We are definitely starting a wave. Things are coming into fruition, and everything's coming full circle. So before we get into everything, JB, how was your week? What's been going on? Anything new?
Nothing new, man. Just trapped in the house, bro. Trapped in the house. Ain't nothing going on. Can't go to school. Can't go to work. Trapped in the house trying to survive out here, man. Trying to survive.
All right, and me, I just been chilling, being a man around the house. So I'm fixing things, building things, doing all kind of neat stuff, because I've just been stuck in the house. You know what I'm saying? So maybe we'll get some different kind of content to you guys, man. Maybe we gonna get some gaming going on to you guys too. I'm gonna record some of our sessions when we're playing games and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
start
we should
uploading
we
those.
should we should
those
have been doing what's the game we've been playing? Um
division.
Division. We should have been doing
Yeah,
that one. We be killing on
yeah,
that one.
yeah. So add me on PlayStation at real name Winton and JB. What's your PlayStation? What is it?
Jotham Brown.
Joseph Brown. All right. So go ahead and add us if you want to get on 2K, get on anything, game with us. And just let's try to get to know each other and stuff. Through gaming and through what we do as a media platform on Grape Eight. So with that being said, let's get into our topic. Um, Coronavirus, right? I guess it's kind of dealing with what we were talking about now, right? COVID-19. It's affecting a lot of people. They're talking about practicing social distancing. There's a lot of parody videos and stuff out there. People have been trying to have fun with it. It's a very serious matter. But we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen. But right now LA's on lockdown, Washington's on lockdown, New York's on lockdown, Florida might be on lockdown pretty soon. They're talking about discussing that tonight. By the time this podcast comes out by Tuesday or Wednesday night, they'll probably have a decision already. So that's what's happening here. From what I understand though, um, China, right, already has the virus under control. But however, I've read some articles here and there that said to not believe them. So I'm not sure what to think about that. What do you think, JB? Do you think why do you think he you know why do you think that will be a thing right now? China already has the cure, right? They already have the virus under control, and they want us to not believe what's going on. I'm just not sure if I understand that.
Well, I'm just gonna bring up the stats, but before I bring
But
up the stats, I'm gonna say welcome, Jack. Welcome NSC Records.
Okay, thank you.
All right. He finally got in. All right,
Finally got in.
I'm just gonna say in China, been the most deaths, the most cases, and the most everything pretty much, most recoveries with 81,000 cases of people getting the virus, and 3,231 deaths. So I heard that China was behind all this, but at the same time, I also heard that our U.S. government, I'm not saying it's true or not, I'm just saying our U.S. government been, over there affecting them, like actually sticking some Chinese people and putting it in them. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on, and we ain't never gonna know the truth. I promise you, the U.S. of A, China, whatever, they gonna take that to their grave. You know what I mean? So that's what I don't know if it's true. What you think?
I'm not sure either. But just to update Jack on everything, this topic is about the coronavirus. We're talking about how it's affecting the world and everything. Do you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, most definitely. I think that, like Joe made a point that, I've been hearing a lot too. Like maybe, it is our own government, starting these things, or, like starting affecting people with this virus, or, spreading it. And, also cause, I think it's also, they're causing this fear so that way they can not just implement these states of emergency, but it's become now a global crisis. You know what I mean? And it's something that, it's affected China. It killed like 3,000 people over there in Europe. You know what I mean? And now it's coming to America. And I mean, I think it is a pretty crazy concept to entertain the fact that it's our government behind it. But I mean, it's not too far fetched when you look at the way the economy is changing because of it. It could I mean it could do a couple different things. I mean it's I don't know, it's
Man,
confusing, maybe to
I,
say the least.
I'm gonna tell you this: if it is the U.S. government, they trying to get rid of people, and they couldn't do it with just mass shootings. You know,
Okay.
they have to
Okay.
do
You
it in
talking?
another. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. If it is us, they couldn't do it in mass shootings, and it wasn't killing people fast enough, and it was causing too much alarm. But this right here, it kind of wiped the sweat off our backs. You know what I'm saying? They not really worrying about, okay, mass shootings is our people. Now we got somebody else we can blame it on. Mm.
Mm.
Well,
So
I
Mm.
you.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
when I look at it that way, like, okay, if you look at it as like a population control thing, if you think
Mm.
about a virus versus mass shooting, I mean, this particular virus, statistically, I mean, it's killing off, who they would be targeted, according to the conspiracy theorists. You got, people that have weak immune systems, probably don't have really good jobs to generate, that kind of money to the economy. And then you got older people, you know what I mean? And then the homeless people that can't really defend themselves from this kind of sickness too. So yeah, I mean, population control that'll wipe away those kind of
Hold
people.
on, sir. So
And
you saying it's like a business move?
that's what when I studied population control years ago. I mean, yeah, with the Illuminati population control, that was their target market, was to get rid of the weak
The
people,
who?
just like
You
the
skipped
movie
over that. The who?
Illuminati population control.
Not, so
Like,
who's the Illuminati population control?
well, that's a program. You know what I mean, that I had studied before, and you can Google that stuff or whatever. And if you look at, like, okay, like the movie The Purge, the whole point of that was to get rid of people, like, poverty, impoverished people, homeless people, people that are
Hmm.
old, elderly, and the sick people that are already sick, and you're not
Hmm.
really making any real contribution to the economy. The so-called contribution to the economy in the way that they see it. So they figured if they infect you with something,
So
or if they kill you, you know what I mean?
so do you think it's too far fetched for catastrophes to happen and then the government just slips in bills and for all this stuff to pan out this way?
Absolutely not. I mean, absolutely not. The only thing, like I said earlier, what makes this different,
I'm agreeing
like,
with you,
okay,
by the way.
oh
Yeah.
no, I know.
Hey.
I'm with you when you're right. You feel me? And I'm agreeing with you too. And that's why I said use it as an example. The trade centers went down, right? And we was
Yeah.
in what's called a state of an emergency. Right
Correct.
now, this isn't just a state of emergency. This is a global crisis. So it makes it easier, that much easier for them to pass bills. And I think it's all just a test. That's why they
Right.
testing us out and see how they putting that shit on social media. Oh, y'all finna be quarantined, or you finna be locked down. This is all just seeing how we're reacting to shit. So when they really start doing this shit, man, they know who gonna buck and who ain't.
So so they if you ain't you know understand this, Jack, I agree with everything you're saying, man, 100%. And these are kind of things I have personal conversations with people outside the podcast. You
Yeah.
know, I have these kind of personal conversations. And some people call me crazy, some people don't. Some people look it up for themselves, but this is exactly what I believe, and I honestly believe this is all a ploy mainly for white supremacy.
Mm,
To attack minorities and and especially black people.
absolutely, absolutely, definitely.
You
Like,
know,
Now, if it did come from China, would that make this theory wrong?
No, because
If it
Chinese
did come
people
from a
are
bat.
even more racist than white people.
Hold on, say
I
that again.
think that
Say that again.
The Chinese culture is a lot more racist than Caucasian white
Yeah, but
people.
why would the Chinese culture want to get rid of people over here? I
They're
mean,
they're
all
saying
around the
they're
world.
saying they're saying that it actually came from the U.S. and it was blamed on China. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, we got that. But I'm saying, what if it did come from the Chinese culture and the little bat theory that they got going on? You know what I mean? What if the Chinese man happened, probably been eating all his life, happened just to eat the wrong bat? And,
Then
and,
hey, we're
and
wrong, right? We're
uh-huh.
wrong. Then hey, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
well, I think that to me, I think that it raises another kind of curiosity because in war rules, it's illegal for you to biologically attack someone. Biological warfare is it's illegal. So if they're hitting if this is something, this virus is a weapon, they weaponize this weapon. I mean, this virus, they weaponized it. Then that can be trouble for the federal government too. I mean, and that's what China, as far as I know, that's what I'm thinking. Like, is the accusation going around too, saying that this is a bio attack.
Mm. So my thing is, you know what's funny? How Trump been trying to keep, like, that's his solution for everything. Close the borders, close up all travel. Like, I feel like ever since he got in office, his whole motive was to detach America away from other countries. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably using it in his own relationship. You know what I mean? Like, close the border. You know, So, like, I feel like Trump has the rich in America has something to do with it too. You know what I mean? Think about all the people that's been pulling out of their stocks. Bill Gates, one of the richest men in the world, pulled out of Microsoft. You know what I mean? Now he's making, remember Wynton, you told me he's making a chip for, to put in your body to tell you if that person has the coronavirus.
Correct.
And
Correct.
this is something that just doesn't pop up. He have to been working on this long ago. I mean, you know what I mean? Or he had to been working on something like this. So, and not just him, the UPS, the other, big companies has been pulling out of their stocks. So I think it's something that's been known, for a while. So how is it just coming from a bat right now? It don't make sense. It don't make sense.
What kills me with that whole, like, people scrutinizing, the Chinese people for eating bats and dogs and stuff like that. And it's a lot of gruesome ways that you can see on social media, like how they doing this. So I don't agree with everything, but I thought about it and I'm like, I mean, if there's so many of the ass, right? Like, it's some odd billion of the ass, right? Think about how hard it is in America
They
to
ask
eat
who they ask.
the Chinese motherfuckers. I'm like,
Okay.
Chinese people. There's
Okay.
so many of they ass. So then you got, okay, like in America, right?
Yeah.
It's not enough chickens and cows for it to be mass produced to feed all the Americans, right? So just imagine with what the fuck they going through over there. Like, they gotta learn how to cook bat soup and cats and rats and dogs and shit that season because there's too many of them motherfuckers to feed them. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why we think of that
Yeah.
shit is taboo,
You're
but
not
that's
supposed to eat
survival.
a fucking bat though. Like Chinese people been eating for a long time, and now
How do
you
you
just gonna
catch
say
one of them
this,
motherfuckers?
huh?
No, bro. What's crazy is we just now hearing about the bat soup shit. They've been doing that.
That's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
If they've been
You
doing
you
it,
know
why does disease all of a sudden just pop up? Like this should have been,
so
we've been eating food.
so so do you know Chinese people? Do you know after this whole coronavirus supposedly got under control? They banned the they banned basically eating a certain animals that are of a certain percent of wild or something like that. So basically, all that bats and stuff that they were eating before that they've been eating, they're not allowed to eat that stuff anymore, and that's a ban across across the board.
I mean, wild like what? China's fucking wild. They got tigers, nigga.
Right.
Like, got all that jungle.
Well,
Like, that
each
is a wild place.
each animal has a certain percentage of wild, right? and I think there's going to be a guideline now to what percentage of wild that you can eat now.
Mm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, dogs are trainable and they're wild, but they're like what, 7% wild? So it depends.
Do Chinese people eat dogs?
Yeah,
Hey,
over on
like,
the video on
yeah,
Facebook they
they
do because they
cat,
had a whole
they
bunch of
they
they.
eat
I don't believe
everything.
that shit. I don't believe that shit.
You didn't see
All
the
right.
video?
You
I
don't want
don't,
to know what your Chinese food is made out of, then
I
obviously.
don't
You
believe.
really don't want to know.
Hey, look, man. I ain't gonna lie. I think what y'all think about this, like this shutdown, this quarantine shutdown. They talk about shutting down everything for I guess 2 weeks at the most in quarantine and everything. Like in every
I,
business, everything
I
gotta be
definitely
shut down.
want to comment. I definitely want to comment on that, but I can't. I got to go back. So he mentioned the Chinese food, and if that shit is in orange chicken, then
Yeah.
dog is delicious. That's all I'm gonna say.
That
All
no orange chicken is chicken. That's why I can call it a chicken.
Okay. Well, they
Yes,
call other
orange
shit
chicken.
that. Okay.
You can't call a
right.
dog
All
chicken.
right. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna let y'all think what y'all gonna think then. Go ahead and keep eating that crazy wild stuff.
It's
Y'all,
called orange chicken. That means it's a chicken.
Because they knew if they called it dog, you wouldn't buy it.
You ain't gonna eat that motherfucker.
It's
all right.
I
So
only
let's get
motherfucker
into our
eating.
final
This dog.
comments. So let's
Yeah.
get into our final comments. So let's go with Jack. So what you think about all this, man? Let's sum it up, man.
Some of
About the quarantine and the lockdown and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
just conclusion.
Well, I mean, I got to start off with just I got to say that it's taboo because we're not a communist country. This is America, and I don't think that, the lockdown is something that should be, put in place for the so called safety of the Americans. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's something that should be mandatory and placed on the American people. So, I mean, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with that at all. And then you got to think, okay, like for me, example, okay, let's utilize my situation, my 9 to 5, right? Might have we got laid off of that or whatever. And the majority of people that I know that have jobs and maybe like no other business, they struggling right now, financially. So and then a lot of the stores are closed. My cousin came over here like, hey bro, we can't get no meat in the whole city. Where do you get your meat from? You know what I mean? And this is just the beginning. So this is with one case here. I'm in St. Petersburg, so it's only one case here. So what happens when there's 50 cases? You think they're gonna start opening shit back up? Hell no. You know what I mean? So it's gonna create an environment to where it's hostile. So I mean, I don't think that it's going like locking people in. I don't think that's going. I think it's gonna create another problem. You know what I mean? You ain't gonna have to worry about nobody coughing on you. You're gonna have to worry about little JJ down the block. They got the 4 kids, you know what I'm saying, an assault rifle kicking your door in because he ain't got no sandwich meat.
Mm.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, cause
Yeah.
I went to the store the other day, man, just to go for toilet paper. I went to literally like 4 stores. You know what I mean? No luck. No luck, bro. And then, and then soon as I went to Walmart, soon as the person came out with the toilet paper, I'm talking about as soon as it came out with the pallet of toilet paper, people grabbing toilet paper like it's Black Friday, like, you know what I'm saying? And the meat was gone, so yeah, you're right. You're right. You think it's going to be like a form of the purge? I heard people calling it the purge.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's what they're saying right now. And I'll just say this, man. These people out here, man, they've been putting this kind of energy out there, and now they're getting what they asked for. These people that really support this kind of stuff and been wanting this kind of stuff to happen, well, here it is. And honestly, you know what I'm saying? It affects a lot of people, So, strap up, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you're ready, make sure you got them things on you. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That and by that I mean a weapon, a gun on you, and just stay safe. You know what I'm saying? Because I was walking to the grocery store and people was looking at me mad crazy. Somebody sneezed and everybody trying to run. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, it
yeah,
sounded like he
dude,
was the person that sneezed. He was like, people was looking at me crazy.
yeah,
Yeah,
man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you be afraid to sneeze and stuff like that, and
yeah,
like
you want to hold,
everything.
you gotta hold that shit in, boy. You
Yeah,
gotta
you
hold
gotta
that
hold that
shit
on the end.
in.
Like everybody dodging each other at the store. You walk
Yeah.
into the store. I asked the guy for help at Home Depot, and
Mm.
the guy was like walked up to me and literally stopped like 8 feet away from me, and was
Mm.
like, "What you need help with?" Looking from far away. I'm
Yeah, I be
like,
seeing.
"All right," so I had to move over so
Yeah,
he had to
yeah.
come to my spot I was at to go look at what I was talking about.
Yeah,
You
I be
know?
seeing people come to the store with the gloves and the
Yeah,
mask and you know what I mean? Shit.
yeah.
That
Shoot,
shit.
I'm about to get me a
definitely.
mask, man. Seriously, I seen people getting fancy now. They got those fashion masks where like you
Yeah.
can like you got designs on them and shit. I'm about to get one with gold grill on that bitch. Straight up.
This guy.
Making the best
Anyway,
out of
that
it.
wraps up
Hey,
our
best
final
side,
thoughts
this
for
is new
this.
Number two.
style.
That wraps up our final thoughts for this. Thank you for being on the show, Jack. Definitely more than welcome. Don't forget to like,
Keep
comment, and
having me.
subscribe on the show. This is Everyday Heroes, Grape Ape Media. We have a lot coming to you guys. We definitely have a lot coming to you guys. So just be on the lookout. We're gonna have some gameplay coming to you guys and everything. So we're locked in, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing else to do but push out content from here, man. So definitely a great segment. So from Real Name Wynton, Baby Written, and Jack, this is Everyday Heroes signing out.